Hey, good evening. Welcome back to my little gardening show. This video is for Mrs. Green Thumb's Tomato Challenge. I made a promo video a while back. This will technically be my first video then of the actual entry. Take you along and I'll show you what I may be entering. So I had to go back into the my little seed archive here, and I've got seeds back from like 2011. Tried to sort them the other night by year. I've got probably about 150, 200 packets altogether, but I went through. I've still got stuff from the old garden back in Indiana, lots of good varieties. But just kind of thinking through what tomatoes do I want to grow this year. Well, there is one variety that going into the seed bank, and hopefully the seeds are still viable. We grew them the first year I had a big garden over here in Ohio. I think 2016 is when I grew them. And those would be Dallas Wilson Cuban tomatoes. You probably have never heard of them. It's kind of a local variety that one of the garden centers had developed. I didn't see it for sale last year. The garden center had changed hands. I didn't see any of the Dallas Wilson Cubans there. So I did save seeds from when we got these plants originally from the greenhouse, and they're huge. I've got a picture. I'll see if I can find it in the archive. If I can, I'll try to put a little snapshot in of what we were able to grow. But I believe this is the one, assuming the seeds germinate, that I will move forward with in the competition. We shall see. So, Dallas Wilson Cuban. So we're going to have to make some room here. I didn't get the peppers out to Dad's house because I wanted to give them another couple days to get adjusted to the pots they're in. And it's cold temps, and I just didn't want to risk it. I've done it before where I got warm weather stuff out to the greenhouse. One year we did tomatoes, and I lost about 50% of them because the temperatures dropped and it was just too much for them, and killed them all. So peppers are going to stay on the heat mat for a little while, but I need to make room for tomatoes. So I've got some pots. We're going to fill these with some garden soil. And I think just for the benefit of this video, we're going to do one. We're going to fill up with some soil. We're going to plant our Dallas Wilson Cuban tomatoes. So for our little seed starting mix, I got Pro Mix, Flag of Moss, some worm castings, and azomite rock dust. All mixed together in a nice little mix here. We're simply going to take our pot, pat this down so there's contact, so when we go to bottom water, everything's good to go. Let's zoom in a little bit. We've got our Dallas Wilson Cuban seeds. Which my daughter sealed pretty good. She put some tape on this. Now I haven't grown these since that one year, and one reason why is because though I got big tomatoes out of this, I didn't get a lot of tomatoes, and I didn't want to waste the garden space to try them again. But kind of same things has happened with other varieties where maybe the first year, a couple of different, decent slicers, but not much else. But then the following year, once they kind of acclimated to our climate, did pretty well. So the seeds still look decent. I'm breaking them up here. So there's the seeds. Let's try to break them. They're still kind of sticking together here. We're going to put a fair amount down, space them out as well, so that if they all come up, I can separate them pretty easily. And then also I don't want to plant all these seeds. I want to save some, so in case we have a crop failure or something, I've still got a few more I can try. Worst case scenario. Alright, so I've got 16 seeds there. The rest we will put back in our packet. I mean, I'm just going to lightly cover this. Doesn't need a lot. We'll tamp that down. Then the last thing we'll do is I'll put my handkerchief over this so we can water this in real good without disturbing the seeds. So now they're watered in. We'll sit this over here in our little tray. And then once I get the rest of these, I'll label this with a popsicle stick. And then I will put a lid once everything's planted. I'll put the lid on it. So probably in 3 days or so, maybe 4, I should have tomato sprouts, and that will be good. So, and then as we're the plants progress, I'll make another video showing the progress of the Dallas Wilson Cuban tomato. So hopefully this makes it, and I'm looking forward to some friendly competition. So get the rest of these tomatoes planted. Guess that's it for now. Until next time, happy gardening.